Hello, human. I am Quark, and welcome to today's vlog.
Okay, Monday morning. Got a decent bit of rain and hail coming through. Hoping it dies down so we can have a little bit of a dry spell to go pick some stuff up from town. It says our first package is out for delivery and the second one should arrive today, so gonna keep us all posted on that and get some more gas so we have some more power. It's actually a hail landing. It's crazy. Yep, another day is chilling inside. You're bored, aren't you, Luffy? Okay, so unfortunately those batteries we ordered are getting delayed, not arriving today, arriving tomorrow, but it might be a blessing in disguise because it's still raining and hailing and it should stop soon, but you know, maybe it'll just be nicer to give yourselves a little more time. The one thing we're battling today is that, as you can hear also with the hail, we don't really have that much power, so I might honestly just like turn the power off, maybe read a book or something and just chill, and then save the power for the rest of filming and editing, because it takes about, even if I do a quick edit, about an hour and a half to edit, upload, and get everything ready for the vlogs each day. So I'm gonna work on that, and the sun should be coming out in about the next hour. It's at least the rain should stop, so hopefully we get enough power today that we can make it through and make a vlog and just go to town tomorrow, I guess, because that should work better. Oh, also an update, right, on this burn? Not that bad. The one where we hit our stove on our head, or hit our head on the stove a couple days ago. It's healing up pretty good, but it's definitely there. It's funny. Life. It's honestly one of the things about living up here that's kind of great in a way, is just being forced to be like, okay, I'm not using my computer all day except to edit. I'm not going to use power really, much, so forcing me to take a step back and kind of like digitally purge. Also, I know at this point I like really need to shave today, so let's get to that because this is getting kind of out of control. Another cold rainy day, another pot of soup on the stove. I keep trying to walk, but like literally, I mean, you can see there's still rain fresh on the window. It looks like it's gonna get nice, and then like every 15 minutes either sprinkles or rains, so we're just chilling. Okay, so this soup today is pretty much the same as the other day, except I remembered paprika, which I put in pretty much every soup, so should only make it better. Oh, and we're using vegetable broth instead of chicken broth, so we'll see how that goes. We got a sweet little stinker just chilling. Are you chilling? You vibing? Yeah, rainy days are boring, aren't they? Well, that was impossible to film. He's hiding it. Hiding it. Okay. Soup is done. We have a lovely vegetable soup. It is still raining off and on, and we are about to sit back, relax, and enjoy this. We're just here watching a little British comedy TV. Luffy's looking up at me. Soup, delicious again. I think the paprika really ties the room together. Also the vegetable broth. I don't know if I'm really noticing a difference between the vegetable broth. Sorry for that. Hold on. Don't know if I noticed a ton of difference between the vegetable broth and the chicken broth. It's delicious either way. Still raining, still staying warm, still chilling. Okay, so a couple updates. One, the power we've gotten today was about 1.5 kilowatts. Yesterday we had 1.6. So getting about the same amount of power today. We've been pretty much using a little bit of TV power, some tablets, some phone charging, but we haven't used our computer at all because that uses about 377 to 400 watts with our internet, and our whole setup with the computer is about 400 watts. Without the computer, it's about 75 to 100 depending on what we have plugged in. So with 1.5 kilowatts, that's about 15 hours. Without the computer, we are going to need to edit, and the edits usually take about an hour to 2 hours at this point, maybe a little longer depending on what I'm editing. So, like the stop motion, those things, the woodworking around me takes a lot of time to edit, all the different shots and stuff. So I need to keep that amount of power. That'll be about, say, 2 hours max, about 800 watts. So I really have about 8 hours of normal power. So I've been trying to be pretty scarce with it. I've been trying to be pretty sparse with my usage of it. So that's one thing that we're juggling today, because just when we went to town last time, we got gas for our car. I just forgot to put it in our gas container to put in our generator. So it's like impossible to siphon out of our car. So I figure once these camera items that we ordered get to town, we'll go get both gas and these items at the same time. That being said, in not the greatest news, the batteries that were supposed to, it said it was going to get delayed till tomorrow. It was supposed to get there today. It now says delayed not only at noon, not only at 4 p.m., at 7 p.m. also. It just keeps getting delayed. So that's not necessarily the greatest news, but hopefully it'll still get there tomorrow. I'm hopeful about that. It left from Oakley, which is only like a few hours away, so I think it should still be able to make it here by tomorrow, because, again, I'm trying to time out this timing of, it's like the phrase, right? Going to town. It's like, oh, they're going to town on that, like doing the most. When I go to town, I try to go to town, and I try to get supplies, I try to get food, I try to get water, I try to visit friends, I try to pick up mail, I try to do all those things, because it takes about, roughly depending on gas prices, I think doing the math, it was like about $8 to $10 in gas just to go down and back, depending on, how far around I drive in town. And also it's like 45 minutes at least to get into town and back. So it's an hour and a half just the trip itself. Usually it ends up taking a few hours minimum to do the whole trip with everything I do and stuff. So it's just one of those things, like going to town, I think it's a holdover from when people used to like live in more remote places, and when you'd go to town you would just get a bunch of stuff done. So yeah, it's I don't want to hold myself too much like, beholden to the timing of this, but just trying to plan that all. Worst case, I guess it gets delayed another day. We might go to town and get some gas. But again, it all comes down to if tomorrow it looks like it's supposed to be sunny. Today was supposed to be sunnier also, but it wasn't. If it actually is sunny, then we have more power. We can do more things. It's this fine balance of resources, living off-grid and being a creator. Being a creator off-grid is probably one of the weirder challenges, because it's a lot of things you don't think of. It's like, I didn't use power for any of that. Editing. Uploading. Like uploading last night to YouTube and having it sit there at 43%. Like honestly, from 19 to 20%, I thought it was frozen because it was taking so long, and then just slowly crept, and you're just like trying to get as much computer usage as I can out of it. Like, let me use CapCut to make a short, let me upload it over here, let me upload it over there, let me get all this stuff done with the same amount of battery and power. And that's, again, a problem, or not even a problem, but a limitation during this time of year when it's like more wintry, right? When it's more of the summertime, not really a limitation at all, because I have a ton of power. Like in summer, I can literally leave my power on overnight. Actually, let me describe that a little bit. I literally turn my inverter on, which starts my power in the morning, and then when I go to sleep, or before I go to sleep, depending on how much power I have, I'll turn my inverter off, because the inverter itself draws power from the solar. So, and when I turn that off, I have no internet, I don't have lights like this. I can use candles, I can use some battery-powered lights that I have. Like this light that I use a lot for filming, actually, that's super useful. I think my mom sent this to me. It's amazing, actually. It recharges. It's got a brighter, a dimmer. It's actually pretty good for, like, fill lights and stuff. Like in theory, I should have that. But we're going for the more cinematic approach today, right? But this thing's pretty sweet, so I do have some lights that I can use on you know, without the main power on. But yeah, once I turn the inverter off, I don't have internet, and my cell reception's pretty spotty, so I'm pretty much just disconnected once that happens. But then in summer, I have so much power that I can literally leave the inverter on and keep the power going all night, all day, not even have to worry about turning it on or off, and just be able to use things pretty much without thinking. That's pretty great. But then also, summer gets super hot. I honestly have no idea how I'm going to do this vlog, because some days in summer it's so hot I just don't know what I'm doing. But you know what, maybe we do beach days. Maybe we like make some fun adventures of that. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at today, is dealing with the low energy as far as electricity. It's been raining all day, so we didn't get a Luffy walk in, so there's no filming to do for that, because we've kind of just been beholden to the weather. And also waiting for this delivery to come through. It did say the Ulanzi, like the swivel mount, the ball head swivel mount, it said that did get delivered, so I'm very excited about that. Boom, boom. It says this one was delivered today. I don't know, I don't want to show the, there you go. This puppy did get delivered today for the tripod. Also, in looking at tripods, I did discover that I might go for a different variety other than the Joby Gorilla Pod, because supposedly those don't like last as long with like the joints are all friction fitted, so supposedly those kind of wear out a little bit. I have been looking at different options, and one of the ones is actually made by Ulanzi itself. It's cheaper, it's only like $25 brand new, so might order that, see how that works out. So yeah, just been researching a little bit, laying a bit low, made that soup super delicious, chilling with a little Lufenolds, and yeah, having that our day. So just a little update on how a low power day as a creator works. You know, we'll get this edited, or we'll get this footage finished up, throw it into the computer, edit it up, and get it out to the world, and that's about it. So once again, you know, thanks everyone for hanging with us. It's figuring out what this vlog is. It's figuring out what, on days like this when I'm off grid and I don't even have enough electricity to, like, I'd love to record a song today. I don't have enough electricity to have my computer on to do that. So how do I get creative, right? So even right now it's realizing maybe this is the content. Maybe not having the electricity is part of the story. So just trying to share all of this, because life is a story every day no matter what. And it's this funny thing, I talk about this a bit, but it is a very interesting thing doing a daily vlog where it's like, is life content, or is the content just my life? You know, like, do we need to shape this around that, or we just need to capture what we're doing? And it's just been a very interesting philosophical thing to figure out and to walk through and to do. So much love everyone. Again, if you find some of these, you know, boring, let me know. Say, hey, I like those, or maybe don't say this one sucks. Say, hey, I like those other ones more. Can you do more of that? I would love that, as more positive reinforcement than negative. But yeah, stoked to be doing this. It's actually such a weird meditation every day to force myself out of whatever I'm into to think about making and filming and doing stuff and sharing that. So again, I really can't wait till I get those batteries, because I'll be able to film a lot more and just do a lot more off the cuff. I will try to keep having the gasoline around so that I can actually do more creative stuff if I am stuck inside, because there's a bunch of like Blender and 3D animation and music and things I could do that'd be really fun to share. But if I don't have enough power, I can't actually use the computer to do that. So it's just kind of catch-22. So I'm going to work on all these things as I work on also generally improving this vlog. So much love to everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great rest of your eve.